welcome. I'd like to say hello. I'm just jumping on a minute sooner so I can maybe share this to my group page. So let's see if I can find it on here. Okay. Just give me a second here. Hopefully it is quiet right now in my house, but I don't know how long that will be. Let's see. Okay, should have checked this sooner. Let's see. Okay, I think I got it. So if you're joining me live, jump on and say hello. Gosh, my week's been kind of crazy this week. Oh, thank you, Carol, for sharing. And hi, Cheryl, and good morning. Okay, oh, I got the dogs going outside, so, but, okay, we are going to be doing the Waves of Inspiration bundle today. I'm going to do this Z fold card, and you can do these different ways, but I have mine a little bit bigger so it can, be stamped. And then I have just the regular card, but I wanted to show you the little wave thing. And then I have a little gift bag, which I thought was really cute. For a guy or a gal, doesn't matter. I did change the lid a little bit, so we'll be working on that. This bundle is not in the catalog, so I'm going to put the numbers down after if you would like to order it. And I just wanted to show you this foil that I'm going to be using. Oh my gosh, this is the blue foils. This is absolutely gorgeous. I'm telling you, this is a bundle. If you like blues, greens, water, anything, it's beautiful. And then the rhinestones. And I don't know why I kind of waited to get this bundle, but I absolutely love it. So I'll kind of give you all this information. So if you want to just do like you can order, let's see, I thought that they had, we could just do the whole collection, and it's basically $79.25 for the whole collection, where you'd get all of this. So that's actually, I mean, not a bad deal. Just another quick reminder, this goes to March 31st, the little sale, and I had posted that, but if you want more information, I'd be happy to send you a link. Look at, I have a little dimensional back already, and I didn't even do anything. So, okay, the other thing, of course, for sharing, commenting, giving me a heart that you like my cards, whatever. Oh, you didn't hear a thing, huh? Well, good. Todd was trying to be really quiet by getting the dogs out for me. So, but I'll do a drawing next week. These are still on back order, but I had ordered a few. For my people from my last classes to go last month for the stones, I got them ordered, so they'll be packaged with your class this month. Okay, they were on back order, but I'll do drawing for this next week. I'll do the comments, whatever. So oh yeah, we're always busy over here. There's some commotion going on. Just my Easter cards. You get product with it. It's $41.50. That includes shipping. You'd be doing 8 cards, 4 or 2 each of these 4 designs. That ends on Monday to order that. And then here's my other birthday class to go. And these are really cute too. This also is $41.50. If you order both classes together, you save on shipping. But you get quite a bit of product with this class. I mean, I'm almost thinking probably at least $25. So, these are really nice cards. So if you want to order them, you can always order them till Monday. And then I will wait. They'll be shipped out hopefully before the following Monday, but definitely by the following Monday. I think the 21st it is. Okay, so I think that was it. If you order $35 or more between now and Sunday night, I'll send you the product to make these 3 items, and you still have to have the bundle or the stamp set at least to do this. I'll be cutting everything else out, but and I have a host code for that. Okay, so enough of that, and let's get moving. So my first card is, I'm going to do the Seafoam card. Isn't it cool? This card, now I did add designer paper here, but if you don't want to use quite so much, you could either use white or just leave it blank and it would be fine. Okay? And then you also could, well, I think this part sticking out a little bit just adds to it. I was going to say you could really kind of bypass that, but I don't think I would. I got to grab my little rhinestones back. So, okay, I'm going to get this out of here and we will get working. So I'm going to just kind of start and tell you all the measurements so we don't get confused. This is the Granny Apple Green. So let's see, this is 4 1/4 by 11, and I still have to score it. I got to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2, but we'll do that. And then for the inside piece, what I wanted, and you can go ahead and cut it 4 by 5 1/4, but once I get this scored, I wanted it, and I didn't do it on my other card, but I wanted it kind of pretty tight with just 1/8 of an inch of a border. Okay, so then with that, so you got your designer paper. This is 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and then for the 2 pieces here, these are 2 5/8 by 4 1/8. And I'll go ahead and I'll write that down because that is a little confusing. So then my other piece, that will be the inside piece, this piece to do the Z fold. This is 3 by 10 3/4, and I will score it at 4 1/4 and 7 1/2. And then I'll have 2 of these pieces that will be, hopefully I cut them right. 2 of these pieces that are, let's see, let me make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, so these were 2 5/8 by 4 1/8, and these 2 pieces are 2 7/8 by 3 1/8. So when I go to write down the instructions, what I'll do is put these pieces along with this base piece, and then these pieces with this. And then I'll have a piece of the white that is, this is 4 inches by 2 7/8. So once I score this, you'll understand. But like when I say I'll have the 3 by 10 3/4, and then I'll do the DSP sizes right underneath that along with the white, so it's not so confusing. And then this little piece on the front is your Granny Apple Green, which is 3 3/4 by 2 inches. And then I have a white piece to fit right over it, which is 1 7/8 by 3 5/8. So everything is cut like 1/8 of an inch smaller, okay? So let's go ahead and get this scored. Hi, Donna. Thanks for joining me. All right, so we'll kind of walk through it together. Sometimes I like to have it scored, but then sometimes it's nice to see. Oh my God, I'm telling you, I don't know what is wrong with my dog that she's shedding so bad. I do know next week is supposed to be warm. So I think today, when I get done with my Facebook Live, I am going outside with her, if it's not too cold, and brushing her. I mean, I can't even go anywhere without rolling myself off. So, but she's like really just bad. I don't know. My other little border collie, I cut her hair, or his hair, short. So I don't have this problem quite as bad. So I'm going 5 1/2. And then I'm going to scooch it down to 2 3/4 and do that. Okay, and then I'm going to take my other piece, my 3 by 10 3/4, and I am going to score that at 4 1/4. Make sure I got it on 4 1/4. And then I could have probably done this the other way, 7 1/2. I don't want to confuse you, but yeah, I could have done 3 1/4 and kind of got that backwards. And I guess 6 1/2, but I'm just going to keep the measurements I got so I don't confuse you, okay? Or confuse myself is more like it. So, all right, so we are going to fold this in. Yesterday I had to go for some tests, and I just know if I would have started and I would have got behind. And like when you go for like to the Alpena Hospital, gosh, they like sometimes you get right in to register and the next time is just kind of crazy. So it's like you always have to go kind of early. Hopefully, let me see, is there a shadow? I got my curtain open. I'm trying to see to make sure there is not a shadow. I think that's better. Okay. So let's go ahead and this will be put in there just like that, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add these pieces. And like I said, now that I got this folded, if you don't want to waste the designer paper, you could just do this and forget about this other piece. And then you would put this piece here and you'd still have this piece, and you could either put like a white sheet there, but I don't know, I just thought it looked really nice, just completely finished. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, let's see if I got some tape in here without... I normally use glue. I don't know. I probably should be using glue. That I gotta make sure I get my tape right to the edge. I'm actually kind of bad at that for some reason. Okay. So this will be the front. I just love this paper. I'm so used to using glue, so oh my gosh, I hope I don't mess up. Glue is forgiving. Okay. I love the New Horizons designer paper too, but oh my gosh, I think this is just the best. These two sheets with the granny apple green and the blues, I've already used both sheets, so you know what that means. I need to order more. Okay. So these are the pieces that's 4 1/8 by 5 3/8. So there's just that 1/8 showing. And then these are the 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. So just a little bit more than that 1/2 inch. So if you want 1/4 inch showing, then you do your 4 by 5 1/4, okay? Hopefully that's not confusing. Yeah, I think this is my favorite. So, okay. So we are going to stamp this first before I put this in, but let's go ahead and add these. But I was checking out the weather for next week. Oh my gosh, it's supposed to be like in the 40s and 50s. So, I went by my daughter's this week just for a brief visit, and then I had to pick stuff up. But it's, you know, we have a lot more snow up here still than you guys do, but God, I hope it goes away. I'm so ready for spring. I did see those robins. Actually, I didn't see them. Todd did. I mean, I seen them, but he's seen them first. So, but, okay, so let's go ahead and stamp this. I gotta find my scrap little piece of paper here. Now, what I did is I used Pacific Point here, and I actually inked my stamp and I stamped off it, okay? And then I used Pacific Point there, and I kind of did the same thing here. So we'll go ahead and do that. We'll just go ahead and get this all stamped. And you're going to laugh at me because I don't know where my biggest block is. I know I have it somewhere, but oh, like everything else, I just can't find it yet. So what I'm going to do, and I should be using my Stamparatus, would be perfect for this. But I'm just going to kind of ink it up, stamp off once, and then just kind of gauge it so I can get a little bit here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but it just gives it enough. And if you don't get the bottom like I didn't, I'm just going to kind of do that and cheat a little bit. And you know what? No one's even going to know. Perfect. So I'm going to do the same thing with the front little piece. This way you're able to use the same color, but I'm just going to I wanted to do that whole, oh geez, I killed that one. Let's flip that over. I don't think I pushed on the whole thing. Okay. Make sure we do that. And then what I did right here, even though you're not going to see it, I just added a little bit. Boy, I'm like missing that bottom today. Now, what's wrong with me? And if you do that and you don't get it too well, just gently do this. And I might do this along the whole thing just to offset it. We are just going to kind of go with the flow and there. You know what? I think, though, I'm going to like that better. When I used to design classes and then I would get cutting the card and I guess you just have a little more time to think, or you see it and you're like, oh, you know, I should do this and that, and then you change it. So I do that quite often. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this. I think I'll be good. And I am going to stamp the happy birthday inside. Once you cut everything out, this card does not take that long. You know what? I kind of like to, there. I want to be able to see what I got. Okay. And then on the front, so this would make I think, well, of course, a great guy's birthday, Father's Day card. You could change out but that kind of seems dark, but let's see how that turns out. Not bad. I think you can see that just fine. And then I'm going to add just a few little seagulls on this one. When I was by my daughter's, Todd said he came home from work and he heard a lady yelling down the river, and there was deer. The river had opened up, but there was deer that were going to try to cross, and of course they would have fell in, so that would have not been good. But so thank God when she yelled and screamed whatever she did, they did take off and go back the other way, so they didn't drown. So that's a good thing. But okay, so we're going to add this piece onto here. Oops, now I probably should have, let's see if I can get that off. I want that a little bit more to the edge there. But I'm just not getting that straight today. So a tip is not to push it down all the way till you know that you got it how you like it. So, okay, so we'll add this. Has anybody gotten this bundle yet or thinking about it? Okay, so we got all of that together, and I had already, I had stamped this out because, or, you know, stamped and cut it out, which we have the stamp for it, and it stamps just like this. It's perfect. You don't have to do a thing with it if you don't want to. But I got a, let me do the crumb cake first. I did do a little crumb cake in here. You don't even have to really. But if you want to, you can. Or gray, I don't think it really matters. And then I'm just going to, my gray is so, this is the light, or this is actually the dark smoky slate, but it's really, like, really, I should be throwing it out, but it's got just a little color left to it, so I'm just kind of lightly filling that in. And I didn't do a very good job cutting this out. I don't like all that white quite on here, so I'm just going to gently kind of try to follow what they got and just trim that off a little bit. Or you could just move your die and run it through again, just so it was over a hair. The rest of it's fine. Just didn't like that little part overhanging. Okay, so this is what we're going to do for this. Let me just move this stuff. Hopefully you guys can see that. So I am going to use my glue for this because what we're going to do on here, hopefully you guys can, let me make sure you can see me here. I'm going to put glue on the back of this, and I'm going to try to center it the best I can. Okay, so there's like, I don't know, maybe 3/4 of an inch all the way around. Then you will fold this piece and you'll put glue here and just make sure that it's all even all the way around as well, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, a lot of the Z-fold cards I make are just an inch and a half, and then it goes on the bottom. But you can do it different ways. There's no right or wrong. So, Cheryl, you got this set. So the next question is, have you used it? Or maybe you will after today. So with a little glue, it gives you that little wiggle room, okay? So I think that's pretty good. I'm just going to kind of hold that for a second. Pretty easy. Now, even this front piece, I did not pop up because we have so many layers that, you know, I don't want to make it any thicker than it is unless you're going to hand deliver it. Okay, so we are going to just fold that like that, okay? You're waiting for this live. Well, I hope I give you some. Oh, shoot. You know what I did? You guys know what I did. Too much glue there. Oh, shoot, shoot, shoot. I'm not paying attention. Okay, so what you're going to want to do is go like that. There's probably about 1/3 that you do not want glue on, and I don't know if that's going to come off and not be sticky. So, oh, I need to not talk sometimes. So let me see what I have here. I was going to try to maybe put another little sheet there because I don't know. Maybe oh. I could take in, you could actually put some cornstarch there. I'd have to move that, but I'm just going to take in, I don't have an extra sheet of paper here. Darn. Okay, well, I'm going to have to do it anyways. I'm going to have to add cornstarch after. So you're going to want to only put glue like about there. Measure, and that's what I did the first time. I held my finger there, flipped it over, and only added glue about this far. So hopefully, I was going to add a sheet of paper. You know what? I don't know if I want to grab one or not, but I'll fix it after. I'm just going to put this down, and hopefully it doesn't stick. Close, I'm not going to press too hard on that. And I'll be able to stick some cornstarch or baby powder there. Yeah, I was going to put I got everything else put away because that's what I was going to do was put that there. But I think I'll be able to open it back up and put some cornstarch down there, and it won't be sticky anymore. So life is good. We're good. I just won't push it down to close completely. But so this piece, I'm going to add some glue as well, only where I'm supposed to. Now that I learned the hard way, right? Oh, that's how you make sure you don't do it again. Okay. Or you could put dimensionals there, but I'm just going to kind of try to line this up without pushing this right down. And I almost got it like to the tip of that. You can still see a little bit of that. And if you don't want this happy birthday to show, which I think I did, it didn't matter, but you could, I just hold it. If you don't want your happy birthday to show as you got it like this, stamp it over here, okay? I don't think it really matters that much, but either way, yeah, I can feel that sticky, but okay, I think we're gonna save this card. So, all right, now the other thing is because I had already done this, I just put this down and I did add this with dimensionals. It's kind of funny when we mess up, isn't it, on live? We're all human. But hopefully that makes you remember, like, oh, she did that. Remember, don't put the glue there. Sometimes those little things do help. So I'm just adding these little mini dimensionals, and I probably need to cut a little piece off for the head. You do want to add enough though, so you don't so it's not, let's see, find one that's just a little piece here that so if it goes through the mail that it's even. But you know what? Now here we go again. Let me see, where am I putting that? You guys are going to wonder about me today. I'm off on everything. So I'm going to put it here. So now I have to feel, I probably don't need this dimensional here. I lied again, right? Because if you're going to put it where it's sticking out, you don't want that dimensional being sticking, keeping your card closed again. So if you do that, just move it over a little bit. But I kind of wanted it over here. Okay, there we go. Now a few little the rhinestones. Find where they are. I just love these colors. They are so beautiful. I'm going to use the Night and Navy ones because they'll pop out more. And like I said, you know, if you are, well, let's see. Let's put that one there. And we'll do one. Oops. I have my little poker thing, but okay. It doesn't matter where you put them. I'm just going to keep that part though, so it doesn't close all the way, and we will fix it. Okay, so there's that. It turned out actually pretty good, didn't it? Considering. So no dimensionals right here unless you are moving it over, but then you'd have to move this over too. But and only glue this part. So okay. But But yep, not bad. All right, we'll move this out of the way carefully. I'm just kind of leaving that card up and open. All right, so let's go to this card. And this card's really simple, but I like it. Hopefully you guys do too. I'm using the Pacific Point. So if you want a simple card, this is, you know, this will do the same thing. And I wrote, I stamped you're so totally awesome. Our friendship is a thing of beauty. But you could do the happy birthday. I might do the happy birthday in here. And I also stamped the sentiment in Memento Black, but I might use the Pacific Point with that. We'll see. Or the Knight of Navy would be nice too. So this is just your basic 5.5 by 8.5 card. I got a piece of Knight of Navy. This is 4 7/8 by 3 7/8. So I wanted a little bit more of a border, and then this wave kind of sets off of it. If you don't want that, just cut it, you know, your 4 by 5 1/4. So then I have so this is 4 7/8 by 3 7/8. So my DSP is 4 3/4 by 3 3/4. Okay, so I'm just going to put that on there. And what's really nice with the designer paper is there's some of, like, you'll see this is lighter and what I have here is darker. But it's really nice that it gives you, you know, option, I guess, like that. So you can kind of cut where you want the darker or the lighter. I'm going to try to act like that's a white cap down there. So, ew. This is what the stamping, okay, I'm using my glue. The Stamping Seal Plus works great, but it does rip my paper sometimes. So I don't know if I'm pushing a little too hard, and I haven't used it in a while, so I'm kind of surprised it's like the first time that I've ripped it. All right, I know I got glue. And if you do rip it, just kind of, you know, push it through and it'll be fine. But I have to use the glue for the next part anyway, so there we go. And I had cut this out with the Knight, I think this, yes, the Knight of Navy foil. So I'm just going to kind of add that right along the bottom. And like I said, I don't care if that sticks out a little bit. Now the adhesive sheets probably would have been good for this. Did anybody make the slimline cards from last week or anything? I think the ladybug. Oh, gosh, I got stuff all over. The ladybug bundle would be really cute in a slimline card. Just a second, I gotta wipe some of that glue off. I got way too much on here. And all over my fingers. Okay. So we're just going to kind of line that up right to the bottom. You don't have to. You can have it a little higher. You can cut that little extra piece off if you want. There, that's kind of cool, huh? Okay, you know what I forgot? To cut the white piece of paper for the inside. So I guess we won't be doing that. Or, you know what? I do have a white sheet. I have a white sheet right here. Can't believe I forgot that. Always got to finish the inside of the card, right? I'm going to go 5 1/4. Okay. There, we'll have that. Okay. So I am going to stamp. And this little cutout thing comes with the set. There's a skinnier one too, like for the happy birthday. I use that. So let's see. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty cool. Oh, I like that. All right, let's do the happy birthday for this one. And you also could stamp the other saying too. Our friendship is a thing of beauty. Happy birthday. I think that would be nice. Okay. So let's see. I have a few seagulls again. Sometimes I think I should be doing the seagulls in the gray color, but I don't know if I stamped my happy birthday straight. I think it'll be fine. There. Okay. And I thought about putting some of the gems, you know, the rhinestones on here, but I don't think that card needs really anything else. It's just kind of perfect how it is. So, all right. So we're going to glue the inside in. I guess this card could kind of be counted as our 5-Minute Friday. If I get something made tonight, I don't know, my son's supposed to come up and stay with us this weekend, so I really hope he can. But if I can get something made, I'll post it probably tomorrow, okay? So I'm going to pop this up. And I did the, oh gosh. Okay. Now I could have stuck some ribbon through here, but you know what? I almost think it'd be too much. The other thing, if you don't want this shown, you almost could probably just snip that right off, but I thought it's fine. So that, or you could even, I don't know, maybe like a piece of like the Night of Navy paper through there underneath, and then flag the ends. I mean, there's endless possibilities. So okay, let's just take and color this with my crumb cake. That is fading away. Okay, and I'm actually going to do a little gray, and I didn't do it on the other one, but right here with this rope, just to maybe kind of offset it a little bit, not much, but okay. So this will be, and I feel like I should put some color on this too. Here's another one that I didn't cut out very good. I highly recommend using little Post-it notes or tape to make sure you get it nice and even. But I like some white to show, but not, maybe not quite so much. I'm probably shouldn't be trying to take this off, but we're going to anyways. Just a little bit there. Oh. We are getting ready for my daughter's baby shower. So hopefully everything goes good, and I was actually going to go shopping for some stuff she wanted from Hobby Lobbies, and I thought, oh, the heck with it. I just ordered it from Amazon and shipped to her house. Make my life easier. Got too many other things going on. But I'm getting excited, so. Let's see if I can get that little piece that I was going to cut out for the other one on here. There. Okay. Just taking these off. All right. So I'm just going to add this right there. You can add it wherever, but isn't it cute? It's a simple card, but I love it. I don't know. Of course, I am partial to blues, but look at how much darker that is and what kind of look it gives, and I definitely like it better stamped in the Pacific Point. So, okay, that's card number 2. I don't think I messed that one up too bad, so life is good. Now this is really cute too. I did change the lid a little bit, but it's just a little box that opens up, and it's got the little Velcro things on it, so I'll show you how to do that, okay? And then I used the Coastal Cabana foil on this one. So we'll get that started. I'm just going to leave that in there. I did score this. So this is 7 inches by 11. And then on the 11-inch side, I scored it at 2, 5 1/4, 7 1/4, and 10 1/2. And then you flip it around and you score it at, well, I'd be this way, I guess, at 2 inches. Okay, so I can write those measurements down as well. So let's go ahead and get this folded. Yep, I will do the measurements for the cards too. Okay. Sometimes it's a little bit hard to see where you have it scored on the designer paper, so you have to kind of sometimes feel. Once you get it scored, it's not too bad. So we're just going to go ahead and you don't want to press too hard so you take and rip your paper, but if you score your box correctly, when you go to tape it, you should be able to put your tape there and push this down, and everything should be lined up nice and neat. But that's how you know you got your box wrong if you can't do that. So, okay, so we are going to go ahead and I'm going to cut this little 1/2-inch triangle out. And then I'm going to just cut that on an angle, the tab. I guess that one's not the tab, but I'm still going to do it on an angle. I haven't done a bag or a box lately, so I was kind of missing doing that. I like doing them. And I thought, oh gosh, you know, you could do so many things with this, like depending on who you're giving it to. But I mean, you could put little bottles of fire, you know, the whiskey, what is that, the cinnamon whiskey in there with a gift card, or I'm just going to just take a hair off them. You don't have to take a lot, but okay. And then I'm just going to take a little bit off that angle. So I'll lay this down just to kind of show you how it looks, okay? Get your score lines there. So where I'm going to put my score tape is there. And I actually thought I had my score tape. Where is it? Oh gosh. Well, I thought I had my score tape out. Oh, here it is. I was going to say, darn it anyways. I finally, the Fireball, yeah. I don't drink whiskey. I don't actually like whiskey at all, but I'm beginning to think it might sound pretty darn good lately, but I know somebody on here who likes that. Cheryl. Oh, gosh. We have a couple weekends of scrapbooking coming up together, and I cannot wait. Now, I probably really don't need to add that extra piece here, but I'm going to, because I just want to make sure that it's nice and tight. And I'm adding it kind of, they're overlapping, so you have to remove one to get the cap is much better. My husband likes whiskey, so I don't know. He's got some kind of apple. Is there an apple? I don't even know. Comes May, you will. Yeah, because we can't drink in April, remember? Let's see, that'll be 2 weeks before Sarah's shower, so I might be drinking. Okay, so I'm just adding that. And if you have a little of the tape flipping over, just tuck that in, okay? So I'm going to fold this down, and when I fold this, it should, make sure it's nice and tight, it should even everything up and be nice and flat, okay? Just like that. Easy. Okay, so then, let's see. This is the back of my box, okay? So I'm going to, make sure you're, yeah, so that'll be the back. So you want your flap to go towards the back. And I'm just actually going to glue this. Let me see what I did with my glue already. You don't have to really glue this, but I'm going to add a little dab on here and just kind of fold it down. Make sure your box is even. That helps. And then I'm going to put a little bit. Sometimes that's why it's nice not to add all of the glue on there, because if you have to move it around, you can. And then I'm just going to stick my bone folder in there. And just kind of press it down. And then back is there. So what I'm going to do now is just take my fingers, the thumb and the middle finger, and then my pointer finger. I'm just going to kind of squeeze this down. You could score it, but I found it just as easy to do this. You just don't want no buckles in here. Now I know we've done other things where we've actually scored it, but it kind of, I think it's fine. So I don't really think you need to do that. But okay, so that's the box, or the bag. I should call it the bag. I got all my little pieces in here, because I thought, oh, I'll lose these. Okay, so the lid. The lid is, this is, let me see. I know it's 4 inches by 3 3/8. Okay, so you're 4 inches this way. I'm sorry, 4 inches this way and 3 3/8 this way. And what I did is I ran it through, because this one was plain, and it's okay. Maybe I should have stamped it or something. But I thought, oh, I don't know. I want something a little bit, you know, I don't know, to make it look finished, I guess. So I ran it through the stripes embossing folder, and then you got to measure 2 1/4 from the front. I actually rounded these edges first, ran it through the folder, then you measure 2 1/4 inches here and make your score line. And you don't want to press too hard, but just enough so you know where it is, and then fold it, okay? With this one, not scoring it, or not embossing it, was easy to score and everything. Okay, but what I'm going to do is add this to the back. All right, and it's like 1/8 of an inch bigger on each side, just so it looks like it's, I don't know, proportioned or finished. But you don't want to add glue right to there. I want a little bit of that, like maybe 1/8 of it, just so it can fold good. And you definitely got to add glue to this side. If I can get any out. Even on that doing it that way, I added glue. So you're just going to kind of fold it, or I got to hold it and do this, I guess. So you don't want to get too much glue to the outside. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see. I'll show you in just a second here. I just want to press that down, which I probably did get a little too much glue there. But there is, I don't know if you guys can see, like 1/8 of an inch here, a little bit on top, and then 1/8 of an inch there. Okay, so it'll fold like that. So what I'm going to do now is I gotta figure out where I want to put my ribbon. I tore this lid thing, the little Velcro things and the other things apart, like, I don't know, several times to figure out where I wanted to put my ribbon. So, and I'm using the pool party ribbon. So what I'm going to do first, though, is my little Velcro things. I kind of want at the end. So what I did is I got the fuzzy part and the other part that grips. So I'm going to put the fuzzy part down. Let me see what I got here. I shouldn't have put them together right away. But what I do is I got them together and I put the part down. I'll show you here. So you kind of can line them up where you put one down and then put the other one down. But I'm just kind of used to doing this. Okay. These things are sticky, but I was very careful and I was able to, oh, I got the plastic stuck to my dry hands. So you want to make sure they're in far enough, but what you want to do is have the, let me show you. This you can hardly see, but this is the sticky part, the part that actually holds this together. So you want to make sure that they're lined up, and the best way to do it is kind of have your bag closed and then just push down on it, okay? Sometimes you gotta kind of gently the very first time that you open it up. Oh, this is why I shouldn't have probably embossed this. I think it probably... Oh my gosh, what a day today. I ripped my little thing, but I think with the ribbon, it'll be fine. But this part here, just to kind of show you that, or I may have to just, I don't know how I'll fix that one, but I will. Oh goodness. So if you want to emboss, maybe use an embossing folder that's not quite so deep. But we're going to go ahead and finish. And I'm going to put my ribbon down, but I'm going to use a couple glue dots, and I might put a weight in there because otherwise I can't tie my bows. So, oh, I'm making you guys chuckle today, I'm sure. Okay. So the things you don't want to do in this video, I think like I still have the Subtles folder. I love it. I probably won't give that one away, but I'm going to kind of just put a couple glue dots in here. That probably would have maybe worked out better, but what I was trying to do was like thinking like more dimensions. So like, I don't know, not even like the water, the dock, but kind of. But anyways, so we'll figure this out. Let me just, I'm going to put that there, and that will hold it in place. Okay, I probably should have put something in there. I am going to use my little bunny ears because my hands are terribly dry, and I can hardly grip this ribbon. It just wants to like slide. So hopefully I can tie it nice. Okay, not too bad. And normally when you do the little bunny ears upside down, your thing, kind of your little ends laid down, but this one's not. Let me see if I can just do this. There. That's not too bad. Now, the only thing with having the glue dots is you can't, like, slide it over. But I may retie that. Hang on a minute, guys. Now, if I would have put a stamps or a block in here, it'd be a little easier to tie, too. Tie so the part that I I'm not sure, maybe even opening this might be a little bit easier to tie, but we'll see if we can get it a little bit better. Oh, I think that'll be better. Yep. Okay, and you can just kind of tuck that down so it will hopefully lay nice. Not too bad. There. Oh, I don't think that's too bad for all the trouble we're having. So, okay. So here comes the fun part. I had cut out another one of these. Let's see, I'm going to just color it a little bit again. And I could have just probably had colored this already. Okay. But I don't know what I was doing when I cut these things out, but I mean, it's not bad to do, you know, you can leave that white on there, but I don't like quite so much. And where I can snip it off, I'm going to. Now, honestly, when I was cutting these and I don't know, I guess maybe taking my time a little bit more, it cut out perfect. It was really good. So, okay, I have a piece of the Coastal Cabana, the foil, and this is a 1/2 inch by, I think I cut it 2.5 inches, but it depends on your sentiment, what you're doing. And I need to clean this because I want to use the Coastal Cabana ink on it. Oops. Alrighty. So, I'm giving you guys lots of laughs today, I'm sure, but that's all right. That's the fun of it. That's what stamping and crafting's all about. Now, notice I cut a few of these out because, there we go, that one's better. So, Carol, I see you're sending out those 40 cards. Or, you know, do you do a card a day or just send out like a bunch at a time? Or, I'm going to actually use glue dots on here with that foil. I'm sure the tape or whatever would work. Oh gosh, I put my extra glue with the Kleenex on my instructions. I better keep them. I can write down those measurements with you guys. So I'm going to take and add. I know with glitter paper, sometimes the tape and stuff doesn't stick as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and do the glue dots regardless. I put 3 on here. Okay. Card a day. Yep. Oh, that's that's all right. I think that's wonderful. I have so many cards that I was thinking might do like a little ordering special thing too. Okay. All right. So I just snipped that a little bit. So this was a 1/2 inch and this white was 3/4 of an inch because I was you know, like I said, depending on what sentiment you put on. So, all right. So I am going to add this on with glue. And then I actually cut out some little waves with the foil as well. And I was thinking, oh, I didn't know if that looked good, but it does kind of bring it all together. So I'm just going to put this down first. And then I'm going to do the little wave things. And then the happy birthday I'm going to pop up with the dimensionals. So Hopefully I got enough glue on there. That popped up on my other one too all the time, so I gotta hold that down or add a little more glue to it. Let's see, I got a little too much glue here, so we'll just share and put this up here. You do have to hold these down till they kind of dry a little bit. I probably should see if I got them kind of even here. Not too bad. So then I'm going to use my small dimensionals and pop this up. So let's see, that's still popping up, but I'm going to go about there. The adhesive sheets would be perfect for those little things, but those little waves. Let me see if I can just get them to kind of stick and be done popping up on me. See, I do really like that lid better, but if you do that, just be really careful that you don't rip it. And if you give it as a gift and they go to open it, they'll just think they ripped it. Just kidding. Oh, gosh. So then it'll be just fine. You can still give it and use it, right? I think I need a tad bit more glue on this side or something. Probably on the whole thing. I might have not even put glue there. Let's see. Okay. See if we can get that to stick. Sometimes, I mean, if you know what your front is and everything, it honestly wouldn't hurt to put this stuff down before you even put your box together, but so I have just a little bit here. Just trim that off. I don't have that quite squared. I was telling you guys to make your box square, and I didn't do a good job with that. So there. I think that turned out really cute. I do like this paper. I got like blue in the one and green. I just love the Coastal Cabana and the Granny Apple Green together, but they're both very nice. So which box do you like better? The embossed lid or the not embossed lid? I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter, but both are cute. But you know, these are actually a pretty good size box. I want to say it's 3 inches. I don't know what I do with my ruler here, but it's actually a pretty good size. So like almost 3 1/4 it is. And then almost by 4 3/4. So a pretty good size box. So you could add quite a few things, you know, in there sort of. But all right, guys, these are our cards, our make and take. So don't forget, if you place your $35 order, you will get these. I gotta find which one's sticky so I don't like bend it right down. And these fold really nice actually to put into your envelope. So, but with your order, yep, you will get the stuff to make these 3. I'm not sure. I'll emboss that in something else. But also don't forget, next week I'll do a drawing for sharing, you know, commenting, giving me a heart if you like what I've done today. I really appreciate it. There's so many demos out there, so I'm trying to get my name out there a little bit more because I've been doing more online stuff, and I'm hoping maybe to do some in-person classes this summer and everything. So, okay. Thank you guys for joining me today and being patient. Now, next week I have an appointment with my daughter. I wanted to go to the doctor with her on Wednesday, so I'm not sure if I'll be spending the night or whatever, but I will definitely be doing a Facebook Live. It will either be Tuesday or Friday, and I'm thinking more on Friday. Okay, so I hope you guys can join me, but I will keep you in touch about what's going on and everything, so, and when I'll be live. But thank you guys for joining me, and if you're not live, then you can watch the replay, okay? But have a wonderful weekend. Don't forget, if you want to join or get my other classes to go. You just have to sign up by Monday, okay? All right, guys. We'll talk to you later. Thank you. Bye-bye.